welcome to the BoshNRoll channel. If you want to support my daily Eternal Magic offerings while getting amazing perks like the BoshNRoll Discord community, have me play your deck on the channel, or listen sideboard guides before tournaments, check out the Patreon or YouTube membership program. This channel is possible because of these amazing sponsors. Check them out, all their links are in the video description. As always, thanks for being here. Let's go play some Magic. Welcome back to the BoshNRoll channel. Today, I have a dealer's choice from Patreon subscriber Brendan, who let me play whatever I want, and I want to try this awesome new Nadu combo deck in Modern. This is the exact 75 that made top 8 of the SCG 5K the weekend that MH3 first became legal. I am recording this 3 days after that event. You all won't see it for a little while, but this is pretty fresh at the time. I imagine by the time you all see this, the technology will have surged forward, and this deck might be obsolete at that time, and I'm really excited for that development. Though it is rough for pre-recorded content, it is exciting for Nadu brewers, myself included. The thing that I found out, honestly by accident, with Nadu when I tested it during early access versus Phil in my Legacy video, is that if you can have a landfall make a creature effect, it's trivial to just empty your whole library. And that's what Springheart Nantuko does. There's a lot of words on this card that basically amount to landfall make a 1/1 green insect. And this is a 2-drop, easy to cast, curves into Nadu. It's easy to Chord for, and it helps fuel Chord of Calling because it makes a bunch of green creatures. The combo, of course, being targeting your creatures with stuff repeatedly with Nadu. When it becomes the target of a spell or ability, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land, put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put it in your hand. This ability only triggers twice per turn, but it triggers twice per turn per creature, which means that Shuko draws 2 cards per creature per turn. Outrider Encore draws 2 cards per creatures per turn, and does it on your opponent's turn. Outrider Encore can also be tutored with Chord of Calling, which Shuko can't. Shuko has to come out of Urza's Saga or just draw it naturally. And one of the things I'm most excited about is Flare of Denial. Counter target spell. This is free if you sacrifice a non-token blue creature. Coiling Oracle and Icefang Coatl are 2 of my favorite cards ever printed. Coiling Oracle, especially back in Dissension, I was hype on this thing. I put it in a lot of kitchen table decks. And these are both cards that cantrip when they come into play in one form or another. They generate card advantage, and then they're just blue material laying around for Flare of Denial. They're green material laying around for Chord of Calling, and they're creatures you could target with Shuko or Outrider. Very cool stuff. I have noticed basically everyone playing Delighted Halfling over Noble Hierarch, which I'm not sure if that's correct. Obviously, Halfling survives Orcish Bowmaster, and making Nadu uncounterable matters sometimes. But against every opponent who doesn't have Orcish Bowmaster in play or a counterspell in their hand, Noble Hierarch is a better card. This is going to be a spot where I'm going to be paying a lot of attention. But I'm just going to play this proven successful list as is today. Let's jump into it. This is Modern Nadu combo. Also, I just want to shout out the Magic Online Creator program, which I'm a member of. I'm playing on my Daybreak account today. That's how I can have all these new cards so early. I think I want to keep this hand. The Springheart Nantuko can generate 3 creatures on turn 3 if I just land pass. Like if I play it on turn 3 with my land drop still up, I can fetch land, make an insect, fetch, make an insect. Blooming Marsh, Delighted Halfling. Okay. Probably Yawgmoth we're up against. I'm going to get a Breeding Pool here. Delighted Halfling right on time. I'm going to play that and continue to hold back my fetch land. If Delighted Halfling survives, it doesn't matter if fetch land's in play or in my hand, but if it gets killed, the fetch land needs to be in my hand for my line to work. Yawgmoth stuff happening over there. Multiple Wall of Roots. Oh, baby. That's a lot of that. Another Nantuko. I'm going to cast this one. And Windswept Teeth. Always yield. Make a bug. Fetch. And I actually do need the white land because the Outrider's in my hand, unfortunately. Oh, I could bestow this one. Yeah, I'm actually going to bestow this Nantuko onto the other Nantuko. That means 1 Yawg activation doesn't kill this. It is one fewer creature in play for Chord of Calling. Okay, that was fun. They didn't Chord in the end step. Hopefully good news. Young Wolf. Dangerous. Dangerous. 3 cards in hand. Legendary spell that is green. Grist. Okay, sweet. That can flip from Young Wolf. Or no, they need a sack outlet first. Okay. Looks like we're gonna get a chance to pop it here. Okay. I'm gonna play this island, which generates 2 triggers. Can I afford to make a copy of Springheart Nantuko? So it goes 1-2, copy Nantuko. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I can't. All right, I'll just make an insect. And then Chord of Calling. 3, 4, 5, 6. X is 3. Done. I could have gotten Coatl in here as well for exact mana. Okay, let's hope they don't have a removal spell right now. They got 1 card in their hand. Good chance I win the game on the spot if this outright resolves. Okay, here we go. Target. Always yield. Always yield. All right, already cranking out objects here. Always yield. I'll figure out how miserable this is to click through. I'm going to fetch the breeding pool. I don't know if I need to do that, but I'm gonna. Okay. I've lost track of what insect I've targeted already, but my deck is definitely coming into play here. Luckily, it doesn't really matter because this is so free. Okay, yeah, they're just dead. Well, turn 4 Goldfish over the top of Yawgmoth. Sweet. Versus Yawg, I think I want Subtleties in and Pithing Needle. My cuts will be... And Sylvan Safekeeper is pretty cool to do with a Chord. That's a slick little trick. Do I need Wall of Roots? Do I need Flare of Denial? Yeah, I think I'm going to trade some of this speed just for some stability. I'm questioning boarding out Endurance, though, because targeting myself, if I need to... If I accidentally go too deep into my deck, is a thing. Also targeting them, because they do have some graveyard stuff. I don't think I want Relic here. Maybe I do. We saw new Grist Larva. Does bringing in Relic but cutting Endurance make sense? Or are those part of the same package? I could just go out on Mana Dorks and focus on stability. You do need some Dorks in the deck still. I want all my blue creatures for Flare of Denial. Okay, I'm going to try this. Might be overboarded. This might be a matchup where we're just insanely favored no matter what we do. Okay. 1 land, obviously not ideal. But I do like that I have 3 sideboard cards in my hand. And this deck plays a pretty high land count. Went up mulled to 6 and started on Delighted Halfling. Okay. Any land and we're fine. Coiling Oracle. All right, we got some work ahead of us. Fetch for Breeding Pool. And I think I'm going to lead on the Relic and save the Pithing Needle for later. The Relic can also cantrip in an emergency, which I hope it doesn't come to. They're casting Grist. Do I care about Grist specifically? I think so. I'm going to Subtlety the Grist. If they put it on top, I can Pithing Needle it. They did put it on top. That means I can't Needle Yawgmoth, but I know I'm basically getting a card out of their hand. Uh-oh. Hard mode activated. Pithing Needle Grist. I believe this is the Hunger Tide. I hope this is the correct Grist. Apatra, Vizier of Potions. Poisons. Poison Potions. Attack for 1. And we do it. No chance. Alright, I guess I'll draw a card here. Emergency meeting. Uh-oh, uh-oh. And I kept this hand. I knew the risks. Apatra gets to attack. They could put a -1 counter on Delighted Halfling, I think. They are allowed if they want that to be a 0/1 and would rather have a snake. Oh, she can target herself, too. Yeah, I guess that is legal. Phyrexian Tower. Welcome to Modern, by the way. Alright, deck, what do we got? A land? A land? Oh my god. Shuko, get into play, and pass. They didn't Chord in the end step. We know they have Grist and then 2 mystery cards. The snake token did not attack. Don't want that damage, or they want to cast Chord of Calling. More likely they want Chord of Calling than that they forgot the snake has power. Delighted Halfling, 1 unknown in the hand. Based on how they played, it seems like a good chance it's Chord of Calling. Oh my goodness. We're live, folks. I could actually use Icefang Coatl as a counterspell here, flash it in, draw my card, and then sack it to Flare of Denial. I'm going to do that. Here we go. Here comes the Chord. Grist, the only card left in their hand. Sick. Combo, combo, combo. I'm going to fetch Basic Forest. Cast Icefang Coatl. Draw a card. Another land. Counter this spell. Boom, that was sick. Yeah, non-token blue creatures with flash, certainly sweet. They still have 4 power in play, and I'm at 12. Got a lot of work to do here, but that was nice. Young Wolf has arrived. That's a good thing to put a -1 counter on with Hepatra. Might as well put Grist into play. Can't activate her, but there she is. Okay, I take some beats here, and then I can play Nantuko plus fetch land and get 2 blockers right away. Hope it's not too late. Draw for turn. Now the lands are coming. Cast Springheart Nantuko. Fetch land, make a 1/1. Equip the 1/1 with Shuko, because we're out here. We're doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7 damage here, which means I do have to block one of these things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm going to block Hepatra so it doesn't kill my Nantuko. Then hopefully I can win at 1 life on my next turn. It will depend on what they just drew. Fetch in the end step. Temple Garden. Get a bug. I have exactly enough to Chord for Nadu here. And then we'll see what the deck wants to give me. Otawara. Oh, I have slightly more than I need to Chord for Nadu, right? I get that bug as well. Okay. I'm going to leave Breeding Pool up to Convoke for 3. Nadu. And I can sack Nadu to counter a spell if I somehow find that worth doing. There's a land. Can't fetch with it. But 2 more hits. There's a land. Okay, now I'm holding up Counterspell with Icefang Coatl. Let's see if we can get the Thassa's Oracle this turn. Another Misty Rainforest I can't use, but it gets me 2 more looks. Urza's Saga is here now. It's working my way across the board here. Oh no, Magic Online is just like randomly moving my bugs around. I don't know who I've targeted anymore. Okay, I have blue. That means Thassa's Oracle's live when I find it. I target Nadu itself. Lighted Halfling I can play from hand. I don't need green mana to execute my combo. And just doing stuff. Should I play out another Nantuko? Yeah, I think I should. That seems like the safest way to make sure I get there. I really don't like how Magic Online is moving my bugs around. Just makes it really hard to execute this. In paper, I would have some sort of left to right execution plan. Just like I'm reading a book. Land makes 2 more. Are we tired of this yet, or do we still love it? Because I kind of love it, but I know I can see where this is going. Another Saga. That means I can play another Nantuko without tapping out of Thassa's Oracle. Just make sure this deck gets empty. Even if they have Endurance in their hand, I can counter it by sacking Nadu. Like, I just am not worried about anything here. And other than losing a second or 2 on the clock, misclicking doesn't matter because it's free. And remember, folks, this is a game where I missed my second land drop until turn 4 or 5. It hit a land. That's 3 more bugs. That'll do. Unless Yawgmoth has innovated some technology that like somehow forces me to draw a card, but I can counter whatever they do. It's just so free. Crazy. More bugs. They haven't, I don't know if they've seen Thassa's Oracle yet, so they're probably either holding out for a win con, or they just hate their life and want to make me do this. I'm not going to time out, though. This moves pretty quick relative to the various Unbound combos that I've played on Magic Online. Another Saga in play. I haven't even looked at my hand yet. I'll look when my deck's empty. You can also Chord for Thassa's Oracle if that's ever a thing you feel like you need to do. Like if you need to win over the top of a draw spell, I guess that doesn't really work because your deck would have to be empty. Okay, here comes my last card. And let's find that Thassa's Oracle. Where are you, buddy? There you are. GG. Cool. Yeah, I'm in for this, at least until the novelty wears off. Let's go.
This video is sponsored by Moxfield.com, the easiest way to build Magic decks online. Moxfield supports over 30 formats, including Legacy and everything else you'll see on this channel. There's multiple customizations so you can interact with your deck how you want. Views such as text, grid, or stacks, and groupings like type, subtype, color, color identity, even artist. The site offers light mode, dark mode, and so much more. However you want to see your deck, Moxfield can provide it for you. Follow my Moxfield to keep up with the channel and what I'm playing in paper. I'll see you there.
I'm on the play in round 2. I've got Wall of Roots, Urza Saga. I'm going to keep this. It does need a blue source, but I have a route to Shuko and everything else lined up. Forest Go. The thrilling modern content that you come here for. Forest Go. Definitely not what I had in mind, but the hand works. Maybe I'm actually supposed to lead on Saga, so I have Shuko a turn earlier. Oh good, it's the mirror. Can't wait. Yeah, leading on Saga to get Shuko a turn earlier might actually be a huge deal, but I don't know if I have mana for Nadu yet. Oh, it's poison. Oh wait, this is Fenrir's Cloud. This is a known infect expert across multiple formats. Alright. Blade Agent. We might be dead. Come on, fetch land. That would be the nuts. Just give me multiple things to play off Springheart Nantuko. We did it. Okay. Wall of Roots. Tap Saga. Play Nantuko. Flooded Strand. Make a thing. Fetch. Make another thing. This is going to be Breeding Pool. Make another thing. Cast another Nantuko. Do I have any techie creatures? I could Chord for Ice Fang Coatl and then Flare of Denial a spell. Okay, here we go. I guess Coiling Oracle is probably better than Coatl, just for the chance of ramping and getting 2 more bugs. Can't be blocked. Solved it. Groundswell. That's a 6. I don't think they put Invigorate in the format. Okay, I take 6 poison. And then end step, I'm going to Chord for Coiling Oracle, so I have Counterspell up for my combo. Convoke for 2, Coiling Oracle, finds Delighted Halfling, and go to my turn, cast Nadu, and we're out of here. Shuko, Misty Rainforest first, I guess. I don't know if this matters. I'm doing it. Nadu with free Counterspell protection. Yeah, okay, cool. Flare of Denial rules. With all these Coiling Oracles and Ice Fang Coatls, this is the most fun I'm having. I mean, I'm having fun comboing my opponents the hell out too, but Flare of Denial, a nice one. The Endurance doesn't really matter. Teferi's excellent versus Infect because their pump spells don't really work anymore. I could bring in Subtleties to help slow them down. Depends on how much I'm actually cutting here. I don't think I need my Sylvan Safekeeper. I don't want to cut Mana Dork, so I just want to be fast. If I get 2 Teferis in here, Pithing Needle can name Inkmoth Nexus, but I don't think that's an angle I want to fight on. Force of Vigor hits that too. Force of Negation can hit random pump spells. What do I cut to make room for a card like this, though? I said I didn't want to cut any ramp because of the speed of the matchup, but I could see Wall of Roots being mid. Okay, I think having the extra protection is worth the extra speed here. I'm not even sure if Force of Negation is better than Subtlety. Just trying stuff. Could go one of each. It's not too late. I'm going to go one of each and just see how that feels. I cut the last Wall of Roots for another Subtlety. I feel like that's worth doing. Part of the appeal of this deck is that it can be just kind of a grindy Simic card draw engine deck, and you don't have to focus on speed of your combo. Okay, I have ramp and a free counterspell off of that ramp. Oh, potential ramp. I have a card that could turn into a different thing. Hierarch. I'm jealous. Delighted Halfling off the top. No love. I'm actually going to play Snow Forest rather than Fetch here because I might want Death Touch on this Coatl. And I might also want a Fetch land held back. Both of those are things this deck cares about sometimes. And they just passed. Okay, I'm going to play Coiling Oracle. I'm happier to sack this one, and the Ice Fang Coatl could be a different kind of surprise later. Wow, that's so busted. Just hitting an actual land off of Coiling Oracle. The nuts. Now I can cast 2 spells next turn. Nexus is awake. There's 2 poison on board. There is 6 poison on board. Come on in, come get some. Okay, I take 6 poison here. Unless there's another spell. Groundswell makes this lethal. Nope, chillin'. Okay, cool. Temple Garden, not really what I'm looking for. Green-blue, another Coiling Oracle. There's Nadu. Okay. If I survive this turn, I can Chord for the Encore. Edge Maze, get that sweet selection. Inkmoth wakes up. If they can make this unblockable, I'm in trouble. Scale up. I don't care if it's 6 power. Okay, I'm going to fetch in response to the trigger and play Ice Fang Coatl. Basic Island. Almost got there on Death Touch. Draw Flare of Denial, another one. Block. I guess I'm a little short to go off. I do need to draw a Shuko straight up here. Or some other way to fend off. Nadu can block. That's just not how you want to use it. Teferi, Time Raveler. Interesting. I could play Teferi, bounce Coiling Oracle, replay Coiling Oracle with the mana that I have. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm one short of getting the thing that I want here. I do have 2 Flare of Denials available. I don't really want to block with Nadu. I think I'm going to attack for 2 and then bounce one of the Oracles. Shotgun Temple Garden, play Teferi. This is the first time I've had to be creative. Okay, do I think bouncing Noble Hierarch is better than bouncing my own Coiling Oracle? Because I can win next turn. Yeah, I think just stopping them from winning or making it harder for them is the way. Oh, sick. And sometimes you just rip one of these. Putting all the pieces in place. Okay, I got 2 counter spells up. Threatening the win next turn. They can't counter back. Hierarch's back. If they animate Inkmoth Nexus, it attacks for 2, which doesn't do anything. I guess it kills Teferi, which I don't really care about. Yep. Alright, killing Teferi is fine. I have a grip full of free counter spells and the win ready to go. They thought about Teferi a lot when I cast it, which makes me think they might be holding a Force of Negation or something. Okay, Snow Forest. Trigger, Springheart Nantuko. 1, 2, 3. Nadu. We're in. Chord of Calling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm leaving Nadu untapped just in case I have to block next turn. Like if they can stop me. Outrider Encore, and off we go. Okay, we're just in. I would like to pay 2 life, yes. Get a bug. And it begins. Flipped an Ice Fang Coatl. Another Coatl. Well, now the shields are up with big Death Touch. Fetch land. Do I have a fetchable left? Yeah, there's 3 basic forests in here. That's what I thought. I'm kind of inclined to just fetch when I can. That just guarantees a bug, guarantees a good hit. Increased density. Another fetch land. I think I'm out of fetchables, though. I might have another island. I have another island? I do. Alright, I'm actually going to fetch. Let's get that island. The Flare of Denial aspect of this, I know I keep saying it, but wow. I think I'm actually out of fetchables now that Windswept Teeth is just going to be a Windswept Teeth. Nadu, your turn to get targeted. Outrider and Core can target itself, which is hilarious for the context of its ability, where that doesn't do anything. I feel like that card would say another creature if it was printed today. Okay, they've had quite enough. I was thinking about starting to Chord for another Nantuko, just make sure that every land, make sure that the deck gets empty. I'm not sure how essential the second Nantuko is to getting the deck done. We might be able to just do it anyway, but having 2 and then 3 of those makes it so free. Cool. Raced Infect. Welcome to TopDeck.gg, your community's home for everything competitive Magic has to offer. If you're hosting an event, playing for a huge prize, or advertising your events to thousands of players, we've got you covered. Using intuitive pairing software, playing Magic is a breeze. Players just have to sign up online, then scan the QR code in-store. Give competitors the gift of perfect information as their bracket updates in real time. The self-reporting software saves you time and leaves paper match slips in the past. Leave the heavy lifting to TopDeck.gg so your community can relax and focus on playing Magic. I'm on the draw in round 3. I've got a Delighted Halfling and Ramp Start. Okay, Blackleaf Cliffs. Cool. I was hoping we would pair into something like Scam or Amulet Titan or just some obvious good deck from modern pre-MH3 and just see how these new brews hold up, because that's the real test. People just jamming popular new cards into each other during early access is a different thing than the card surviving live in the wilderness. Took my Coiling Oracle. Sure. Took the thing that is 2 things. Halfling. I assume they have a Lightning Bolt or Fatal Push, something for that. Gothy Voidwalker, interesting. I don't think that stops me from doing anything. Okay. Breeding Pool tapped. Play Shuko, attack for 1. Or attack for 2. Let's go. The race is on. That Shuko means Nadu starts ripping cards. I'm not at combo level, but I'm at draw 4 if I can get Nadu into play. They're in for 3. Another Voidwalker. The race is on. Nadu off the top, GG. Delighted Halfling number 2. Halfling. This gets me Nadu next turn. In for another 2. This is all a distraction. I'm basically never winning a game with life points, but I guess Nadu's pretty big. Maybe it could happen. Might as well get the points in case it gets there. The grief. And they knew I had this too. Okay, I'm gonna have to top deck now. You have a Chord of Calling in the Void. Scamming Grief just puts Grief into play. They don't get another card off it. Okay, race is on. Nadu off the top, Chord off the top. Coiling Oracle is good. Just any kind of Revive fine. But I am losing the race on board. Fatal Push. Yeah, okay. Playing around the Chord of Calling, which I did not draw. Yeah, I mean, I am now dead in 1 hit. I have 1 more draw here. Strange to imagine a deck with basic interactive spells of the format could ruin my perfect record here. Oh, they must have another Bolt, just putting me to 8 like that. Bolt or Dash Ragavan. Maybe I'm supposed to hold back in case they Dash Ragavan. Okay, I go to 2. Dead to Lightning Bolt. Nadu off the top, make it happen. Where dreams are born. Bolt me in my upkeep, you sicko. I play Flare of Denial. That could have been a blowout. Oh! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I actually would have had a Nadu, but probably still dead to those things. Okay, playing against Scam. Subtlety, Veil of Summer. I feel like Teferi might be involved here. The Flare of Denial actually doesn't look good in this matchup for the first time. I just don't want to be holding back a counterspell when I'm getting beat down. The Oracles and Coatls look great. Safekeeper looks pretty good. I don't think Endurance is actually good. Because if they're scamming a Grief, it either happens before Endurance does, or they take the Endurance before Grief's in the graveyard. In Modern, it all has to happen at once. It's not like they could Grief you on turn 1 and then reanimate on turn 3. Do I actually care about Teferi, I guess is the question, because otherwise I have a nice map here. Relic does punish Grief kind of stuff. Does stop them from scamming Grief. I don't want to over sideboard though. I'm just going to go like this. I will keep my hand. And I'm just going to Snow Forest pass. I can play Wall of Roots and Halfling and then also hold up Veil of Summer on turn 2. But if I don't hold up Veil of Summer on turn 1, I might not have any of this. Okay, passing the turn. Just an instant basic forest. I wonder if Windswept Heath sells the Veil of Summer better, but I actually have a reason to hold back a fetch land. And it's not like their deck can do anything if they're on a discard draw. Okay, there we go. Veil of Summer found me a Subtlety. Ooh, hell yeah. There's a Saga. And we're just going to dump them out now. A1, Halfling. Obviously, I use the Veil turn 1, but Wall of Roots can happen on each turn, so if I still had Veil, I could minus on Wall to Veil here, if I had that. Thoughtseize. Both my cards are good, but because of Delighted Halfling instead of Noble Hierarch, I can't cast Subtlety. I hope they take the Subtlety, because I kind of want the Nantuko, and I can't cast Subtlety anyway. They figured it out. Hey! Can't Thoughtseize the top of the deck. Okay. Colorless. And a green. Nantuko. Ain't I a stinker? And do I fetch now? I'm not sure if that matters. I'm just going to chill. I can still activate her as a Saga because of Wall of Roots. I don't have a Nadu yet, or any route to it, but I am just doing regular Saga stuff, which is something my deck has not materialized yet because I just haven't needed to do that. Bowmaster. Alright, well, I'll fetch in response and at least get another bug. Shock in the breeding pool. Yeah, if I had bestowed this, it would be safely on the Wall of Roots. I would even get an extra mana out of Wall of Roots eventually. Yeah, I think I was supposed to bestow here. It's weird that the mana cost of this card is the same as the bestow cost. That's just, something that obviously reading the card gets me to, but wrapping my head around it. Okay, they can Lightning Bolt Wall of Roots now if they think that's a thing to do. Delighted Halfling. All right. 1, 2. Make a construct. I'm still holding up subtlety here with the way that I tapped. Shuko. Breeding Pool. Shock it in. Forget to equip Shuko. It's all good. Didn't need that damage. Trading Orc Army for one of my bugs. Then put Shuko on Wall of Roots. Okay, holding up Subtlety, and they know it. 4 mana for Shieldred. Yeah, I'd like to put that on the top or bottom of your deck. My wild guess is top, unless they can do better. Okay, they did bottom it. Was she not enough? 3, 6, 9, 10 damage coming through. 11, because I put Shuko on a flyer, because I'm smart. Okay, attack with everything. Back and attack. No blocks, go to 1. Yikes. I'm just going to dump out my hand. It's not safe in there. Okay, they scooped. Cool. Sweet. The relic coming out of Saga might have been useful there, but having the Shuko ready in case I find a Nadu or Chord seems really good. Yeah, I'm just running this 60 again. On the draw this time, where Veil of Summer is worse. This hand is kind of slow. I think it's fine, though. I really hate mulling versus Scam. Grief pitching Thoughtseize. I'm going to Subtlety this, because good chance they're going to take 2 cards anyway. And this was a 2 for 2. And if they are holding a Scam spell, I just made it bad. I don't like being that aggressive. They just put the Subtlety, or the thing on top, the Grief. Come on, card I could cast. No! My Coatl. That sucks. If that was like Delighted Halfling or just land, they would have missed. But at least Grief's not going to get 2 cards. It would cost them another card to pitch, and then the Scam spell itself, and then they're down to 1 card in hand. Okay, you got me this time. They pitched Thoughtseize and Shieldred to do this. And we're playing the top deck game that I signed up for. Okay, now it's time to just draw Nantukos and Coiling Oracles and stuff till I win. Versus Saga would be fine. Court of Calling. I do not hate that for someday considerations. Not good right now. I could have bluffed Veil, and maybe they pumped the brakes, but they kept Grief on top. If I just left an untapped green source out last turn instead of a tapped one. They surveilled and kept their card on top, then played Takenuma as a land. I'm on a 5-turn clock. Come on, Nantuko. Definitely not looking for a land. And they've got Lelia the Blade Reforged. Welcome to Modern. First time I've seen this card in play in this format. This is devastating. Just doubles the clock. While I have no answer to it. Flipped Thoughtseize. I don't think they'd be sandbagging a land here. Okay, really need Nantuko now. Hey, call it out. Okay, Nantuko, get out there, cause trouble, become ungovernable, and fetch now before they can respond and do stuff. I can Chord for 2 in this environment, if that becomes something I think is right. Like, if they Thoughtseize me, I could Chord for 1 or 2. I'm probably just jump blocking Lelia, though. They flipped Kroxa. Yikes. Alright, that's another 3 damage. So Kroxa puts me to 1, because I'm not discarding Chord of Calling. Or I could Chord for Coatl, which kills Lelia and draws me a new card. But then I don't have Chord anymore. And they kept that card 3 turns ago off Surveil, and then didn't play Lelia off their 3 mana, then did play Lelia. I think they have something like Orcish Bowmaster in their hand. Okay. Yeah, I guess I just block here. Do I want a Chord for 2? Because if they Bowmaster, they can't Kroxa. Now, I think I need the Chord to play the game. I'm just going to have to be at 1 life and figure it out. That was a good flip. The alternative is I could just discard Chord of Calling and have 4 creatures next turn. No, I'm going to go to 1. Well, that stinks. I'm at 1. I guess I still lose to Bowmaster with this line, just in a different time. Oh, okay. No, that was the card they drew for turn. Still 1 card in that hand. Veil of Summer right on time. Chord of Calling, make a friend. Or Misty Rainforest, make a friend. If this Grief dies, I also lose, because it has a Wicked roll on it. Okay, Lelia flips Polluted Delta. That's a good miss for me. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. I would have to lose to Bowmaster if I'm gonna Chord, but I'm losing to Bowmaster anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this land, me being at 1 instead of 2, I can't. Yeah, here comes. Oh, it's not Bowmaster. What is it? It is whatever spell they kept 4 turns ago. K command. Yeah, okay, sure. Removal spell. If I had the green, I could Kolaghan's command or Veil of Summer this, but I don't. GG. Just a little behind there. Cool. Lelia. Flip that one for them. Big addition to Scam. Exciting to see that. On to the next round. The BoshNRoll channel is proudly partnered with the Resleevables.
Good. All right, here we go, gang.
In this YouTube series, hosts Cedric Phillips and Patrick Sullivan take us on a set-by-set journey through the good, the bad, and the ugly of Magic's history. Each episode is a focused deep dive into the facts about a set's design and release, the Magic lore expressed through the cards in that set, Tournament Edition gameplay videos featuring products and Pro Tour decks of the era, an award show that shouts out the best and weirdest cards of the set, and a final grade for the set's overall success. Whether you want a history lesson or a nostalgia hit, The Resleevables has it at youtube.com/theresleevables. On the draw for round 4, I like my hand. Gonna keep it. Just value. A forest. Uh-oh. It's not snow covered though. It's cool that we're back into an era of Modern where that actually is information. Sweet choice of forest though. Infect twice? Did they get a new card? Oh no, it's Hardened Scales. Okay, that's fine. I was about to be boiling with rage at the idea that Infect got 2 new cards in a set. Okay, do I bestow onto Halfling? That is worse for Chord of Calling, but it's better for my Nantuko not dying. They would need Walking Ballista to kill it. Yeah, I'm going to bestow. And we might be in a situation where the game gets grindy enough that I actually want the additional copy of this thing. Okay, I got some bugs. If I lead on Coiling Oracle there, I have to take whatever hit Patchwork Automaton sends my way, because I'm not jumping with that, but then I could start copying Oracle with landfall triggers. Interesting. Yeah, my next level up for this deck will be figuring out how to use Bestow appropriately. Icefang Coatl and Coiling Oracle in my hand. Delighted Halfling does not cast these spells. Noble Hierarch would. Coatl doesn't have Death Touch unless Coiling Oracle hits, so I'm going to lead on Oracle. Urza's Saga, okay. That's not the hit I was talking about, but I'll take it. And if I play a green land, I can get another Delighted Halfling right now. Okay, let this trigger resolve. And then fetch for a forest and make another Halfling. Yes. Okay, now it's getting weird. That's fun. Okay, Shuko's on layaway. I can defeat a creature in combat next turn with Coatl. Need to find a Nadu. Echoing Deeps with no target. This is just taps for colorless. Cool. The One Ring. Alright, powerful card, but I'm not worried about it. My deck wins through that. And I have so many dummies that I'd pretty happily trade off if these automatons come in. I think I just want the draw off Icefang Coatl before I do anything else. I just want to know what's going on. If I hit Nadu here, or Chord of Calling, and I hit Chord of Calling. Okay. What does that do? That lets me play Flooded Strand, which lets me copy Delighted Halfling again. And I can pass the turn here with an Urza's Saga activation, or I could play out Wall of Roots, which I don't think matters. Okay, they have to combo kill me, because I'm about to combo kill them. And my Coatl can stop Inkmoth Nexus, which is their way they usually combo kill. Arcbound Ravager revealed off of Ancient Stirrings. Suddenly pretty glad I have a flying blocker. Walking Ballista. That's fine. I guess I could have courted for Nadu in response, so even if they ping Coatl, I get a card. I don't think that's important to me, though. Fetch basic island. Gets me another bug. Chord. Chord for 3 gets Nadu. They did not ballista anything in response. Seiju my saga. Alright, that's clever. Now I gotta find a Shuko again. This also is a landfall for my Nantuko. Okay. Now I need another Chord or a Shuko. Do I have any fetchables left? I think no, I have 1 forest left. Alright. ETH. Yes. Fetch. Yes. Wall of Roots. Okay. This is fun. Now we actually have to play Magic. I have to be careful with the Ballista because that can take out my Ice Fang Coatl, and then I don't have 2 flying blockers if I attack with Nadu. What if I just send my bugs in? And my Construct? And my Coiling Oracle? This pushes damage onto them. Delighted Halfling. Do I need these anymore? I think if this goes, it goes, and I'm just going to push damage into their 1 ring. And not let them just have infinite to set up. Okay, they're at 11. Yeah, if I had taken the turn off earlier to be copying Coatl instead of Delighted Halfling, this game looks very different. Obviously, I didn't know the matchup when I committed to that line. Ballista can ratchet up to 3 here. Soul Cauldron. Alright, now they're doing stuff. Gotta find my out quickly. Here comes Ravager. Comes in with a lot of counters on it. Can they 16 me from here? I don't think so. I hope not. 7. Maybe. Uh-oh. I might just be dead. Oh, all creatures get this. Yeah, I'm super friggin' dead. Dang. That Sandbag Boseiju did the thing. Okay. Sick. Ooh, a new card. Fingerback Walker. Yeah, everything has the abilities of Walking Ballista, so I'm super just fried here. Okay, good job. Defeated. Alright. Tricksy stuff from that deck. Haywire Might comes in. Force of Vigor. Maybe Teferi. Probably Pithing Needle. This doesn't seem like an endurance matchup. Sylvan Safekeeper, not important either. Flare of Denial's interesting. Just holding that up is useful if we get into a spot like that again. But it's also hard to get it started. I have to play all of them if I play any. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play to the board and cut all my flares. Let's go. Try that again. I will keep this hand. Forest Shuko. Let's get it out there. Let them know. Urza Saga. Ooh, Nantuko. Okay, I have a chance at redemption here. I can Nantuko the Coiling Oracle this time. Chord of Calling in my hand, and they can see it. Equip Shuko, because it's free. Watch them get me with some, like, destroy target equipped creature. Agathis Soul Cauldron. Setting up big moves over there. Okay. But drawing the Chord does change if I want to bestow Nantuko or not. I can have 4 creatures in play right now, which represents Chord for 2. Yeah, I'm just going to cast this and not bestow it. Make a bug. Fetch. Just going to get a basic forest. This Coatl is one of the things I can Chord for. I'm not going to attack. They've seen the Chord. I'm not bluffing anything. Or I'm not giving away any information by not attacking. And just playing correctly is usually better than bluffing anyway. But they're on notice. If they don't force me to do something with this Inkmoth Nexus, like block it, they could just get Needle here and name Shuko. It's not something they want to do with their deck. Sabaz the Glimmer Wasp. Hardened Scales. Okay. Walking Ballista for 0. Just firing that one. That's to give Zabaz. Okay, Pithing Needle is good. Do I have anything that specifically answers that? Haywire Might. Okay. I do have Haywire Might in my deck. I can probably find a better use for it, though. Like, they name Shuko with this. I chill. Because I could wipe out Soul Cauldron with Haywire Might. I can even do it right now before Zabaz does anything. Yeah, I'm doing this. X equals 1, Haywire Might. Get rid of your Soul Cauldron, please. And just rip Nadu anyway. And now I wish I had Haywire Might in play. Whoopsie doozies. Okay, I'll make a bug, and I will cast Nadu. That makes it hard for them to do stuff like roast me out with Walking Ballista. They have to fully combo my life total. They can't just be targeting my creatures. You've got a Saga, I've got a Saga. I'm looking for Chord of Calling for my Outrider at this point. I got one card left over there. Force of Vigor also does it here. Okay, Coiling Oracle. I'll start with you. Flip the land into play. Another Saga. I'm going to shock in Breeding Pool so I have access to Icefang Coatl. And is Nadu going to be doing any blocking anyway? Zavaz can gain flying, and Inkmoth Nexus just has it. I think I want to make sure I don't just die. Hardened Scales. They're now Hellbent. All the tricks are on board. Which doesn't mean I know what's going on. It just means all the tricks are on board. Okay, sweet. Coatl's getting in. This is a Death Touch blocker. Put a temporary halt on this shit. They can just go again next turn. Oh, okay. No, because they charged the Ravager, they can't just go again next turn. Okay, I'm looking for a removal spell that can target Pithing Needle. Something that I already spewed off once. Might as well make a construct. Not using my mana for anything else here. Pithing Needle. Okay, I could just name Ravager real quick. Okay, Arcbound Ravager is named with Pithing Needle. Another bug. A Delighted Halfling. I'm Hellbent. Do I want to push damage around with my bugs? I think so. I don't think I want to send Coiling Oracle in. Oh, I have two of them. I can bestow onto a different one. I can attack with the one that has Shuko on it. I can attack with Nadu now, too, because Ravager's done. Okay. I'm pushing damage now. Going to have to win this game somehow. Okay, your turn. I have one flying blocker. Ravager doesn't work. They might have a Haywire Might of their own that they can tutor. That might be super awkward if true. Ginger Brute doesn't kill me here. Hey, they've had enough. Cool. All right. We have now confirmed Pithing Needle. All my answers to Pithing Needle are in the deck already. Yeah, okay. This is the plan. Gum up the works and try to combo first. Oh no, no blue mana in this hand. Where is my Noble Hierarch when I need it? I am going to keep, though. I do play a bunch of blue sources. I like my hand if I find a blue source, and just having the Haywire Might raw and ready to go is not going to happen very often as a one-of. Opponent with the Pendlehaven Pass, Stinkmoth Nexus, Welding Jar, Ravager. It's all coming together for them. Easy, always at it, blue source. Does not turn on Icefang Coatl, though. And I do have to hurt myself to do this, but it's worth it. Breeding Pool, Coiling Oracle. If Oracle hits a land, I can hold up Haywire Might. Hits Teferi. Haywire Might, get in there. Hope I'm not dead. Teferi works with Halfling. We found one. Oh my goodness. Target creature gets +2/+2. It fights. Their land actually has text on it. Okay. My Haywire Might is dead. And you can attack me for 3 if you want. Might as well. Ooh. Now I can double spell. Wall of Roots. Shockin' Temple Garden. Teferi. I'm going to target the Ravager, because if they sack it, it doesn't go anywhere. They just stuff me from drawing a card. Okay, yeah, it's back in their hand. That's fine. And now that we know that damage beats might be part of this game, attacking with Coiling Oracle. Inkmoth Nexus can clear out Teferi. That's fine. He did his job. Ravager's back. Flooded Strand. Okay, blue-green. Coatl now. Thassa's Oracle's in the hand now. I want to cast Outrider because I can Chord for 3 on their turn. Because Wall of Roots can make a mana and then also tap. This is Chord for 3. It does tap me out to do it, but I hope it's worth it. Soul Cauldron. This could get ugly, but it resolves. Hangerback Walker for X=1, that's fine. Okay, now I just draw 12 in their end step. And they're scooping to the Chord of Calling. They know it's coming. That was messed up. On to the final round. I'm on the draw for the final round. Positive record is locked. Playing for the bread and butter 4-1. I've got Icefang Coatl Flare of Denial, aka 2 mana Dismiss. Spire Bluff Bridge. We've got some sort of affinity. A lot of new affinity cards and cards that care about artifact count in Modern Horizons 3. Yavimaya. I'm not going to be playing that land. Not yet. This feels like a matchup where Death Touch could be important. Memnite, Bauble, Froggo. I will fetch for basic forest in my upkeep. Doing it end of turn versus upkeep is basically the same here. Ooh. Boshaju also seems like it's good in this matchup. Opponent doesn't have a land drop last turn. Notable. Thoughtcast is fine. Ornithopter, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're still one short of the 7 starting to rain down on me. End step, I'm going to cast a Coatl. I'm at 16 life, going to 15 off the fetch. Coatl will have Death Touch next turn. Saga. Maybe Coatl won't have Death Touch this turn. Yikes. Okay, this is really interesting. If I play Urza Saga, my plan starts developing. If I play Island, I can hardcast Flare of Denial. If I play Forest, I can Chord for 1. Chord for 1 doesn't matter. I think with the Boshaju in my hand, getting this Urza Saga going is more important than Death Touch. And this Yavimaya becomes really good next turn. Thought Monitor is fine. Anything that doesn't literally kill me is fine. That's how combo decks work. Another Thought Monitor. They're living the dream. Basic Island. Look at you. Springleaf Drum. They're looking at my top card. Finally time to cash in that Bauble. Plenty of artifacts now. Did all that, still only attacking for 3. I like it. And I will begin my turn. Misty Rainforest, not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is Chord of Calling. I'm actually 1 short on Chording for Nadu. I think I am going to play Yavimaya here. And my plan is to make a construct, and then in my next upkeep, or next main phase, it's all good, get Nadu and Chuko all at the same time. I might be running out of time, though. They're moving to combat with just their 2/2s. Afraid of Memnite. Afraid for Memnite. Poor little guy. Frogmere Enforcer, yep. This is one of the new ones. Cranial Plating, or post-combat plating. I like it. I appreciate it. I don't know if I like it, but I definitely appreciate it. Make a construct. I don't have a Nantuko, nor a route to a Nantuko, so I don't know where this is all going yet. There's Coiling Oracle. I'm going to float green, tutor Shuko, Chord for Nadu, and then hope I'm alive. Wait. Can I play Coiling Oracle first? I think I can. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay, I can Coiling Oracle first, which gives me double Flare of Denial. If I just got smoked by Metallic Rebuke, I'm quitting Magic. Okay, flipped a land into play. Now I don't need to play a land to get Nadu. Because having a land drop, land in play versus land in hand matter. And then it matters for Nantuko, but that can happen later too. Alright, time to Chord. I can flare twice, but each flare costs me 2 cards. Definitely have a spell. Alright, flare this by sacking my Coiling Oracle. And now we'll see what a no Nantuko Nadu, value Nadu looks like. Nadu, there you are. Trigger. Found Outrider. Trigger. Another Chord. Trigger. Need some lands here. Trigger. Another Chord. Come on, hit some lands. Just run them in. Yes. I would like to pay 2. I don't want to, but I have to. Lands. Delighted Halfling. Okay, that is mana neutral with Chord. So this is just free money. Trigger, hit a land. Trigger, Wall of Roots. This is also mana neutral with Chord. And I can cast Safekeeper. Okay. Wall of Roots get in. Trigger. Another wall. Trigger. There's an Nantuko. Make Safekeeper. I have to hit a land off of this. This is how this works. Land. We hit a land. Okay, now I have to Chord for 2 and then hit a land in 3 hits with Nadu. Nantuko. Safekeeper. I don't even know how many lands are left in the deck. We're in the danger zone. Land. Oh no, another Shuko. Last chance. Land. No! Okay, we're dead. It was a good run. I am out of things I can do here. GG. Okay. our first whiff, but we did make a good run at it despite being dead on board without a Nadu when we started our turn. A Force of Vigor comes in, Haywire Might, Endurance comes out. I don't think Flare of Denial is that good, but I do want some because they've shown me counter magic. I don't think Safekeeper is important. I think this is all I'm doing. I'm not bringing in Teferi just to turn off counter spells in whatever capacity they're being splashed in this affinity deck. This hand stinks. With 2 lands I'd be in, but I can't do this. I'm going to mulligan. Not against affinity. Okay, here we go. I think I bottom Halfling out of this hand. Wall of Roots is just way better. Windswept Teeth, pass. I would like to save damage where I can, rather than play on basics here. Memnite. Bauble. I guess I could have bottomed Force of Vigor and just focused on my own combo, because I could have gone Wall of Roots into Halfling this turn, and then just been way ahead of the curve. I just saw Force of Vigor and didn't even think about bottoming it versus Affinity, but maybe that was correct. Urza Saga. You can have that. I don't really want to pitch any of the cards in my hand to Force of Vigor either, which is more reasons that I probably should have bottomed it. I think they're supposed to attack there, unless they're using that for mana off the Springleaf Drum, which I suppose is a reasonable thing to do. Okay, here's Nadu. Coiling Oracle, go in, hit the land. I'm going to shock in Breeding Pool. This hard cast Force of Vigor, or I can Chord for the Outrider, then untap and play Nadu. Many options at my disposal. Disruptor Flute, fascinating. Okay, what card do you want to make cost more? It's fine. You're not going to name Force of Vigor. This card is cool. It's just like a Pithing Needle with, or it's more like an Anointed Sentry with Flash instead of 3/3. They name a card, that card costs 3 more, and activated abilities of that card can't be activated. Just name it Shuko. A reasonable thing to do. I think I want to just Force of Vigor in the end step, or the thing they just did does not interact with the combo I actually have. Yeah, I'm just going to Chord in the end step. Stay on target. Because I just get Outrider, and Disruptor Flute doesn't matter. The counterspell I saw costs 3, which is what they have, but if they cast any spell or attack, then they're off it. Okay, they thought for a very long time, then dropped a Thought Monitor. They've already made their land drop, but this could draw. Okay, I actually do want to Chord in response, so they don't draw a counterspell now. They could Metallic Rebuke right now. They can't do that other thing we saw, whatever that was called. Outrider and Core. Whoopsie doozies. Nice Disruptor Flute. Disrupt these nuts. Another Springleaf Drum. That just color filters. That doesn't make more mana. Haywire Might. Doesn't matter. But once again, I don't have the Nantuko, so this could go anywhere. But I do get to spam on my turn and theirs for the double draws. Bobbling me. Is it a Nantuko? Are you dead? Okay, we got to my turn. I'm drawing for turn a Chord of Calling. Cool. That should do it. Nadu. They have to counter this, or else I just go. Okay. We got a nice in the chat. I hope it was a genuine nice, because I'm living my best life here. Waddle. Second Nadu. Land. Force of Vigor. I should probably get the Nantuko now. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, just make sure that my land dropped convert here. Okay, they're done. Sweet. Navigated it. Alrighty. I still don't think I want to Teferi, but seeing the Disruptor Flute and Counterspell now, is Teferi better than Flare of Denial? That's probably the switch I'd make. I'd cut these, add these. Teferi stinks if he's just on the board, though. It would be nice not to worry about anything, though. Okay, I will make that change. 1 Flare of Denial still in the deck. Just in case. Okay, mana to cast spells, Force of Vigor. Let's go. Starting with the Bridge, Memnite, and pass. Cool. Hey, there's that Teferi guy. And turn 2 off of a Halfling is the point of the game where a fair Teferi might actually be reasonable. Blighted Halfling's 1/2 booty actually matters here compared to the Noble Hierarch that I do wish I was playing mostly. But we did find a spot where it matters. Okay, there's the Shuko locked up. I think I want green more than I want blue. Basic Forest. uncounterable Teferi. This can bounce the Mem Knight. What a twist. Oh, Mem Knight Shyamalan. Back to your hand. Mem Knight's back. Thought Monitor. Powerful stuff. Urza's Saga. Enforce of Vigor is good here, but I also just kind of want all my cards. Is that okay? All right, so if I play plus Teferi, because that is just happening, I could go Coatl Forest Shuko here. That's a lot of cards. Coatl also blocks. Drew a blue source. Still doesn't cast double Coatl. So why would it? Halfling, Shuko, and I'm passing the turn with a blocker and a Force of Vigor available. So I don't need this other Coatl if I can kill a Pithing Needle effect and just tutor Nadu. Probably should have put the Shuko on the Icefang Coatl. I'm so bad at just passively remembering that. Gotta get those reps. I promised I was dialed in back in this level of breakfast days, but those days have passed. It's been a long year with Orcish Bowmasters on our cephalid necks. Yeah, now literally instead of trading for their creature, I just don't do that. I'm probably going to Force the Vigor anyway, and combat is not where I'm choosing to interact. Okay, so would I rather have Teferi, or would I have a guaranteed answer to a Pithing Needle effect? If I do Force the Vigor here, what else am I killing? It's definitely Thought Monitor, and then Mem Knight. That turns off both Springleaf Drums. Yeah, that actually seems good. Pitch this Coatl. Moment of Truth. Tap land. That's good. The important interaction we've seen cost 2. And they just passed. I'm going to at least get to do my thing a little bit. Plus Teferi. Chord for 3. Bird! I have some work to do. This is just a draw 8 right now. We'll see if it converts to a win. Nadu's in play. Start equipping. Another Shuko. A land. How many Besejus are in this deck? Is it just 1? Okay, good. If there was 2, I would have floated before I start flipping more lands. Opponent says nuts hands in the chat. Okay, it was not a good nice. Believe it or not, I've constructed my deck, or whoever built this deck, constructed it to do this, and only this, and do it extremely reliably. Okay, that is a route to the Nantuko. I need 1 more mana to do that. I'll play Halfling. This is twice as many looks at the land. Wall of Roots. Halfling. Okay, we still haven't converted. Guess I'm going to have to fetch here. I'll get a Forest. Make sure to leave blue sources in the deck. I have to fetch here too. That sucks. I have to get Temple Garden to leave double blue in the deck. Wall of Roots. Just got to hit a land and we're good. Okay, we did it. And then 1, 2. Yeah, okay, they scooped it. Cool. A 4-1, losing to Rakdos Scam, barely, on the draw, with this deck. My immediate thoughts after playing it are, I don't think Sylvan Safekeeper needs to be in the main deck. I understand that it's a 1-drop that's also cool with Chord of Calling. That feels like more of a sideboard card to me. I'm more interested in Teferi in the main deck. I would also rather have Noble Hierarch than Delighted Halfling. There were a bunch of times where Delighted Halfling just didn't cast Icefang Coatl or Coiling Oracle. And there was exactly 1 time where it was able to block a Mem Knight that would have attacked through a Noble Hierarch. So I would have been at 1 less life when I gummed off instead. I did play against 1 Bowmaster deck. And Prowess with Lava Dart is the other spot where it would be significantly worse. But even then, if they're using their card to kill my Noble Hierarch instead of Lightning Bolt my face, I think that's okay. I do like Flare of Denial. I love the comfort of going off with a hard counter. It's wild that this just says counter target spell. No non-creature, no creature, no steps, just it's countered. Cancel, plus. I like it. Yeah, I'll probably just find some other card to play in the Safekeeper spot, move that to the sideboard, or Teferi, I already said it. Probably main deck, maybe 2 Teferis over the Endurance and the Safekeeper. I didn't find any interest in Chord of Calling for a tech piece ever. It was just get the combo and go. Yeah, I'll probably just switch these 2 for 2 Teferis, switch these for Noble Hierarchs, and call that a deck. There is a more all-in version with like Memnites and Ornithopters that really just shreds because all of its creatures are free. I'm way less interested in that version than the one that can kind of play Magic on normal axes rather than be a Cheerios deck. I'm not interested in slowing this down to be a Stoneforge Mystic kind of fair deck with an eject button the way that I played in Legacy. I think Modern is a lot more about just getting your opponent dead. This was a lot of fun. Brendan, thank you for the opportunity to play this. Everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out the Patreon, and I'll see you next time.